health and wellness check-in. Today is Sunday, 24 November 2024, so I'm checking in for a week summary of my health and wellness, social, mental, and physical this past week, Monday 18 to today, Sunday, 24 November 2024. I am Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And my summary is it was, on the whole, it was a more social week with a little bit more work-related stress, including a windstorm and electricity outage. And I made all of my routine workouts. Yes, so we had an electricity outage and I did pretty good. I competed and I persisted. I did not charge any of my devices. We did not have a cell phone connection and I still managed to film and get a YouTube video out. Yeah, without an internet connection and that kind of, and without charging my devices and stuff. So I did good. But I'm going to jump right into it because it's got a little bit of a meaty mental. I'll do some cover two more policies and the updated policy, cover two policies that I've been working on for my second YouTube channel. So I'm going to go for it. Category 1, social. So there were friendly faces out and about as well as here in the neighborhood. I did my walking, running, and there were people and animals there, and then there were went out and about, did some birthdays / Christmas shopping, as well as just out and about for myself. So I enjoyed that. And adding here, so my sister is pregnant, and I think as of yesterday, the due date is 3 weeks away for my sister and her husband, their first offspring. And I think I may be doing better than my parents in regards to my sister being pregnant, which is kind of, my mom and my dad do not have their siblings. They each have one biological sibling, and neither sibling had children. And I have not had a child, or have not had human offspring, and I have not had human offspring. My sister's pregnant with her first. So and I only have the one sister, and she's older by approximately 3 years. So between my mom, my dad, my sister, and I will be the first. So I guess my first is a family first in that sense, to be an aunt or uncle. Whoa. So I'm uncharted territory for our tiny little family of 4. So that'll be kind of interesting. But I think my parents, with it coming closer, my sister's not necessarily at work anymore, so she's been in communication more, and so I think there's elevated, people are kind of making themselves sick because they're and what if something goes wrong and the baby's in breach, and what if something happens to Lindsay, and so that kind of stuff. So there's but her husband got left Amazon and went to Microsoft. They came after him and they were like, we want to hire you. We know it, because he interviewed at Microsoft and Amazon and then took the job at Amazon. And Microsoft actually came back and was like, no, we want you. And he was like, okay. And so he gets to work remotely and gets 4 months of paternity leave taken in the year after the baby's born, whenever he wants, however he wants. I was like, that's a pretty good one. Oh, and he works from home 100% of the time. Yeah. So he's very happy. So I'm like, there's at least one, happy person. Right, so there we go. But yeah, so I was like, I think I'm doing better than my family. Well, at least the three of us. Kiona might be doing better than me though. But anyway, there we go. So that's social. Mental. Filmed and posted a video during an electricity outage. I don't know. I might have done that before, but if I did it before, I had a cell phone connection at the house. We did not even have a cell phone connection at the house, so I filmed a couple of videos, and then I got one up. I went to a library that way, being like, maybe they'll have power, and they didn't have any electricity. Not that it would have given me an internet connection, and I don't think they actually have plugins to charge things. But I was like, I'll go over there. And I did get a cell phone connection, so I uploaded over there. So I did film and post during an electricity outage. I charged none of my devices. So it was, when the power went out, my phone had 70-some%. My computer was at 70-some% or 80-some%. So I did it. I did not break down and charge it in a battery pack or anything like that. So there we go. And then the big one, the second channel, conceptualization. So I've rolled out a couple title and content specific videos on that this week. And I covered one of my policies So I'm going to read my guest policy and my eating videos policy, which have both been updated. So here we go. They're beefier, so they're the second and third biggest policies. So here we go. Guests policy. So this is what I've written. Note, this is a human's guest policy, meaning my critters, such as my squirrels and my towhees, do not need to follow this policy. 1. Maximum guests allowed not to exceed 1/3 of videos in a week, such as 6 maximum videos for a week with 20 videos. 2. Shadowing persons, such as Miley Cyrus, if she is portraying me in the movies and or on television, count as guests, meaning guest count cap applies to videos they are in. 3. Link to the YouTube channel of the guest if they have one. In-person verify if they have a channel and what it is before linking it. Note in the video description that it was the person's YouTube channel when the video was filmed. If they do not have a YouTube channel when the video was filmed, then note that in the video description. 4. Funding. I pay for food and drink, travel and lodging expenses if/as applicable. My channel, my pick. 5. Develop an invitation system, perhaps an invitation/announcement video, incorporated or standalone type. My channel, my pick. 6. I determine the talking topics and or questions and provide them in writing to the guests before the start of filming. My channel, my pick. So yeah, for that one, it'd be like, you know, I could write it down. It could be, if I do an invitation video, I could hold it up. So it's in writing, but then they also get something in that they get to hold, or if they want to, but they get to see it. That way they don't feel like they're being mined for their ideas for my content, which might be a little, we're trying to keep them safe and make them truly feel like a guest. Okay. All right, so that's the guest policy as it stands. Then the other one, food/eating videos policy, Sundays, ? Like my sweet and or savory eats videos on my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. So 0, videos of 3 types. 1, invitation videos. 2, consumption videos. 3, budgeting videos. I have a debut note for this one. So debut note, perhaps for the initial video, make it an invitation for a big name guest with a big budget. If I am able to cover the expenses at the time I make the video and the money has been set aside to cover the guest. The person I am thinking of for my first invitation video is female model Candice Swanepoel with a budget of $5,000, which includes travel expenses, and a talking topic/question of, were chairs with swivel feet designed after the feet of squirrels? Okay. That was my question as the talking point. Okay. This is a belated happy 30th birthday from me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, to her since I was unable to celebrate with her in person. So I put that here because I was like, that's a wise decision. I think we put his input. This is who and how much, and if I have it, like put it out there. Output is how long does it actually take for that to happen? For me to get a big name guest on a channel that might, only have 1 subscriber for this main channel. Okay, so there we go. Then getting into the policy. 1, standalone videos allowed, required in a sophisticated approach, such as espresso and gelato, place, vertical bar, date. Espresso, place, and gelato, place, vertical bar, date. Espresso and pizza, place, vertical bar, date. Espresso, place, and pizza, place, vertical bar, date. Otherwise, no standalone videos. For this particular formatting, date refers to either persons I am with, such as Elvis, or day, such as 14 February 2018. Yes, so the 2 places, so like espresso place and then either gelato or pizza place, that's if I got the espresso and the gelato, or the espresso and the pizza, like they're from different places. That's what that was for. I don't know. I've read that part of this policy before. So if I didn't mention that then, I'm mentioning it now. Okay, 2. Invitation videos include persons being invited, potential place, potential food/beverage items, talking topic and or question, how much my budget is for the guest, and what my budget covers. 3. Budgeting videos can cover an individual video which featured just me or me with guests, videos over a certain time frame, and general budgeting notes and conceptualization. For this one, I am just time frame thing. That way people who come don't feel like they're being picked on. As in terms of grouping. Okay. 4. Document off-channel in the form of physical writing and receipts, including, as applicable, invitation video information, guest information, place and food/beverage items information, talking topic and or question information, budget information. Yeah, so like I'm thinking, so take this master policy document, print out, give each policy its own page, print that out as well. Make a binder for it, so like a policies binder, but then also like each policy might end up having its own binder, so to speak. And so then the food/eating ones get videos, one get its own, right? And so making sure to document, right? Who was here? Who did I invite them? Did I get a yes or a no, right? Because she can say no. Candace Swan Pool can say no. But there we go. So there we go. And then I guess last thing for mental. So that was a lot. Then a lot of thinking too when the electricity is out and it's like it gets dark out here at 4 p.m. But it went out at like 7 something p.m. But point being, I did reading, but I was also thinking about YouTubing. Which YouTube channel, my first or second, would be my favorite? Well, if my second YouTube channel is not ever removed, I think that would go to my second YouTube channel. Sometimes decisions are that simple. Okay, 3rd category, physical. Exercising in the electricity outage. Yeah, so I actually had faster times this week than I have been. I did good. I made all my workouts. I did have to adapt my route in response to fallen power lines in a felled tree. Or felled power lines in a felled tree. It was a windstorm and the power was out and I was like, well, I'm gonna go out there and what do I gotta say? I actually exercised. I did in my 2 workout sessions during the day. In part, it was cold. It was 30s to 50s kind of degrees Fahrenheit temperature range. So I was like in the house and there's like, I have this yellow spoon that turns like red when it's cold and the entire spoon started to turn red because it was so cold. And I was like, I am literally exercising to stay warm. And the electricity went out, and I'm not saying power because we still had gas, so I could take a warm shower. So I was like, I gotta exercise and then take a warm shower. So I was literally exercising just to stay warm. I was like, that's a different survival mode right there for exercise. In conclusion, it was a good week. It was a different week. It was an enjoyable week. Thank you for joining me, and happy health and wellness to you.